Howdy, Big Beefy Burger Buddy here with... didn't think I'd be playing this on my channel again. But I'm kinda like... kinda struggling to think of what to play, and you know what? Let's just go with like a solid just green stake blue deck to start. I'm just like, you know what, Balatro? It's not that complicated. It's just like, it's most likely just gonna be a good time. See, we're gonna get the 3 of a kind, which will only score half of the points we need. But then you get the 2 pair, and it's still not gonna score as many points as I think we need. Not a great start. Really what it is I just played Slay the Spire, and I realized I just don't like playing that game. Because it really does just feel like you have to get the right things or you lose. Which isn't very fun. I'm gonna hit you with a weird one, as I'm gonna go with the egg, and then try to make up for the fact that last shot we kind of really just like struck out. Well, I like on the last like first ante, and like lost a lot of our hands. And now we're just gonna try to go for a full house. Let's not get rid of the king. Let's get rid of the 3. It's been a minute since I played this, but I also literally played one earlier. Let's see. I'm missing like 3s and stuff. We'll get it. We'll do this straight here in a second. Okay, that should get it. I just kind of like my games simple, but also I've watched a lot of Slay the Spire like content shit. I mean, you gotta take Rocket. You really do just have to take Rocket on Ante 1. Immolate. It's not gonna happen. Let's just try to beat the first blind and play a flush. It's a little unfortunate that if we do play a flush, it's gonna be really bad. Alright, I guess that's not fully true. Just buy the flush for the win. But it's just, I don't know the way to describe how I feel about how to Slay the Spire without coming across as like I just really hate the game, but it's just like, oh, you can't. It has a defined meta, and I prefer when I don't have to follow a meta to be able to play a video game. Is like the best way to do it. Was that a royal flush, by the way, or like a? It was a straight flush. I didn't even see that. That's kind of funny. But that game has like a very defined meta, and it's like, oh well, you can't buy too many attack cards too early because they're not upgraded on the first floor, and it's like, okay, so it's like whatever, and then the antes make it to where like the upgraded cards that you show up in that don't actually show up nearly as often anymore, and you have to just like keep dealing with like trash like that. Baseball card is obviously really good. And a lot of the strategies that are like prominent in the game were all developed by like player data of the game being played. And I something about it is just like not that satisfying. I am just gonna play it even though it's gonna be trash. The hand, of course, not Slay the Spire. This actually should do well. Okay, didn't do nearly as well. Maybe I should have put some upgrades on it before I play it. But like, you need like card draw, and it's like, I think watching guides of people saying like, hey, you need these things, and then realizing that you actually in fact do need those things to succeed, kind of really just soured my enjoyment of the game entirely. I see the strat where I take bootstraps. I'm gonna take bootstraps because it's really good, even though I really do like hand size. And then we'll just would stick with this. This is the last ante, unfortunately. I kind of wanted to buy the blank, but I haven't gotten a fucking antimatter in who knows how long at this point, so so why buy it? But I mean, as much as I played way too much Balatro. This is really just like video games suck, but you're on my channel, you know what you're dealing with. I think we're just gonna go with this. We don't have to buy this now, but it actually does make scoring easier. And I know I'm making a really bad decision, but obviously, like, when you get Brainstorm, of course it's not a bad decision. You can't copy that, so I'm just gonna copy this instead. You want Brainstorm, because that's why you buy it there. But my opinion on this game has shifted to being like, wow, you really need to get the right jokers. Like, the only way you beat this game is you either get, like, I don't know, Photo Chad, or rare jokers. Or you reroll in the shop. But the game really, like, revolves around whether or not you're, like, a goat. You know? I wouldn't mind getting rid of Scary Face, just because, like, I don't know, Consolation really tickles my fancy. $17. Let's just go crazy on getting money. It may seem like a waste, but what that fully enables is just some absolute degenerate plays by buying planet cards. There's like a lot more like adaption. It's not like the reason I actually like got really bored of Slay the Spire is the fact that it's so scripted. It's like the first 3 encounters are the same fucking ones you're gonna see every run, and it's like, okay, I don't know. Sometimes you have like the right cards to kill them in 1 turn, and sometimes you're sitting there for 4 turns doing abso-fucking-lutely nothing, and I just like, I don't know. It got boring. And the only shit that's like fun for me in the game, I hate to be this guy, especially because, I don't know, I play a lot of Isaac, and I've come to appreciate most items in that video game, including the bad ones. Like, even now, I'm, like, turning around on, like, what is it called? IBS? As, like, a pretty fun value, item. I think this is actually, I shouldn't be duplicating, I should duplicate the baseball card. But, it's just, like, when am I ever gonna use, like, half the cards that are in that game? They're just not good. But that game also has the same problem of, like, I mean, sure, you could try, but you could also just start the game with Apotheosis and then just beat the game, because then you can completely ignore, like, the mana mechanic, because now you have, like, 3 free attacks that are, like, valuable, and 2 that, like, are just still free. So, like, why does it matter? We got super lucky on this, so don't even, like, let's not even, like, talk about how, like, we're just, like, going crazy on this build already. I guess we'll just, like, we don't even really care about, like, anything. Sets money to 0. Very, that's a big skip in my part. Might as well just, like, we're gonna be buying planet cards. But also there's, like, a lot of strategy and, like, how you can, and, like, I just prefer this game, is the way to put it. There's a lot more, like, adaption and not monotony. Like, is this, like, a meta strat? I mean, we just got a lot of really good shit, so that's, like, I didn't just be like, oh, I got True Grit plus, Battle Stance, so I can actually, like, draw shit, and then, vegetated until I got one shot by a boss or what. I don't know. I just like game just like Slay the Spire just really requires I don't know. Sound off in the comments if you think I'm just bad at the game, which you're absolutely true. But dude, I don't know. The fact that it's not optimal to get things at certain times already is just kind of annoying to me. And I think I'm fully just like, Don't even get me started on Slay the Spire 2. Is it a good game? Yes, but it also is just like, it feels like you have to break the mechanics right now rather than like actually engage with them. Like, oh, all these cards are like really trash, but they're all free to play, but I take 2 damage for it, and it's like, hey. Where's the where's the fun in that, you know? We really did just get like the super build, by the way. I should definitely like put this here. You might as well get another hand later. Temperance, it's not even that good right now, so let's just do 2 lucky cards, because that'll give me $20, which is more molt for us. I probably just need more time in Slay the Spire to actually enjoy it, but it's like, I don't know. It's not a game I want to record. But also, I don't know, the fact that like you had like the heart fight is also something you can do just to unlock the alt card art, and then the game is actually completely unfun in that mode. Maybe Slay the Spire just isn't for me, because I literally don't get the appeal of like, I think that actually, here's a good way to put it. I think the easiest of the 3 final bosses is the Timekeeper. But I think the general consensus on like how people play Slay the Spire is turn brain off spam cards. And because they don't like that character, for making you have to think. They're infamously least liked boss, I'm pretty sure. But I'm like, you know what, that boss is actually fun because I gotta like actually make strategic decisions and not just be like, oh, I gained 30 strength this game that I couldn't have ever foreseen, and I have the fucking boomerang or whatever it's called, the big one that strength scales 5 times faster. I would immolate. I don't give a shit. Something about it is just so so interesting to me. We definitely win this one by like large margin. I feel like I feel like you have to like make. I also like, don't even get me started on Balatro's like the reasons I kind of like don't like this game that much. Like, getting the same voucher 4 times or re-rolling in the shop to get the same thing in the same slot, which is really cool that you can just have that happen. Honestly, we just upgrade pair again, I'm not even kidding. Maybe do 1 re-roll, and then just go. And then we're not even using, like, our discards. But it's like, it's like you're having to scrap. You're not having to micromanage like potions and all this shit. You just have to be like, okay, so this is my items to adapt to. Let me use the strategy that they give. Here, I'm gonna buy more planet cards because they make me stronger here. Look at that, consolation. But I also do 100% believe you need a bunch of molters to beat this game, especially on the harder difficulties, and you can't just do like cool shit. And then unfortunately, that usually just results in metaing enough money to be able to just reroll forever. Because why would you want things that are useful when you can just reroll to get the ones that are actually good? I just hate roguelikes, I guess. Isaac's the king, man, I don't know. But this is like a completely different kind of video game. It's one that requires strategy instead of just memorizing everything in the video game. Instead of, I don't know, Slay the Spire, where you actually have to literally memorize everything in the video game to be effective. I don't know. Is that a hot take? The dome is a good item, but you gotta just look up the wiki and be like, all right, on this turn, this guy attacks here, and it's like, oh shit, you know, I can actually just cheat. Oh, my turn didn't go well. Save scum. I'm gonna close the game real quick. I don't know, I feel like the game was made with that in mind, you know? Anyway, I'm probably never gonna play Slay the Spire again, is the good way to put it. See, I'm not engaging with the money mechanic. I am engaging with it because it's actively allowing me to produce more molt for my molt. I'm not doing the math on this, but it's like, which one would give the most points? Kind of want to try it. Let's just do a 4. 27. Now let's duplicate baseball card instead. I know this is a 6 instead. That did score a little bit better, so it looks like baseball card is the one we're gonna we're gonna be duplicating until the cows come home. I guess we'll put a double card on something. I just got really lucky on this one build immediately, by the way. Let's not mince our words here. I mean, hanging Chad's good, but I don't think it's this build good. You know? Increased level of played poker hand. So here's the thing, I don't give a shit. You wanna know why? Because it's like, what is even my highest ranked hand? It's still a full house, okay. I'm just kind of vibing, you know? Man's is over here trying to make sure he gets he gets the $3 extra from the gold card. I will go endless on this. I tend to not go endless, but it's just kind of like, I did literally record a Slay the Spire run that had what I, in my opinion, believe is required of me to be able to beat a run, and then I still lost, like, anyway. Because, I mean, I'm also pretty tired. The heat really got to me early. So, I'm not super excited on that. I could just not lose my hand. And instead we could just, like, probably just win off of this. There's just something so, like, simple about, I don't know, being able to play the video game that I bought. See, unfortunately, you're completely useless to me. I don't even really like Castle, just because it's like 1 in 4 of your cards is useful, and then you have to use your discards to make it useful. Your discards. Apparently I can't just say discards. I want that 3. You wanna know why? Because it's all shiny. And we don't even get to get this unless I mean, we have to try it. Because what if it's like a, what if it's an uncommon? But like, we're easily clearing these blinds with basically no effort on my part. Which is pretty, a pretty good denominator on why a game like Slay the Spire that I'm bad at is harder and less enjoyable for me, because I actually have to put like any amount of brain power into what I'm doing rather than just I need to clear this blind so you might beat it fast. I need to be able to clear this blind, so let me buy the planet cards so my flesh might be able to beat it. So unfortunately it was just a scary face, but it's like, whatever. Not too mad about it. Could make every card count as a face card. You ever think about that? It is uncommon. It's when you get rid of Brainstorm. I guess we go like crazy on our rerolls. Was that an extra large blind of like, what the fuck? Hold on. 1 million? You're gonna hit me with a wall? It's kind of rude of you. But yeah, like this one doesn't really require that much brain power and then like decision making. But also I can also just get Brainstorm or like, I don't know, Constellation basically whenever, and it'll still be useful. Rather than, oh shit, I took boomerang too early and it's not upgraded, so I had to wait for that. Alright, well, let's try to upgrade it. Oh, I didn't get enough upgrade nodes on my thing, so it's actually useless. But also I don't have any card draw, so I can't draw. I'm gonna drop it now. Let's stop talking about Slay the Spire, because obviously you came here for fucking Balatro. As I sit here and get the big funny number to go up. But I don't know, my mood's a little bad from being tired, I guess is the way to put it. Which doesn't help me that much. We are getting a lot of planet cards. Golden ticket. A card I don't see very often just because I don't have it unlocked, I think, on most of my other decks. Or my, like, builds. Could just turn these 8s into 9s. And then play this. See, I got all these hands and discards, but you don't need them yet. I also got revitalized, not even a lie, revitalized in wanting to play Balatro simply because the GDQ run of it was particularly enjoyable to watch. It hit the correct level of dopamine that one of my favorite Isaac runs does. Obviously you should just get more money, right? 4 times a mult. I don't want to just reroll a bunch, you know? Playing a full house sets money to 0. Well, simple solution to that one. I just won't play a full house. They're out here thinking I need to play a full house to win when I realistically could play any of my high-level hands and then get through that blind quite easily. Now, the one after it is a different story. We'll see how the scaling kills me there, but until then... I'm not particularly worried. It does feel good to just get like a good run off the bat. I also did play before like I recorded. I did play one yesterday while I was you know, I don't know, taking a shit on the toilet. I guess that's the best. There's a less crass way to say it. But I got real into like making sure that run was a success, and it was a pretty good success, a very fun one. This is the big blind, it's not the boss blind, so I can in fact play a full house, even though 4 of a kinds have outscaled it. So you should probably be playing 4 of a kinds now. But like, it reminded me of this, like, hey, even though I had a really bad experience playing getting completion plus and it's like misery, like truly, you can just play the game for fun. It doesn't gotta be that it doesn't gotta be that like crazy. It's not like the strategy I use typically is like very bad. It's just not optimal, you know? I am gonna just try to go straight up get jacks. Because it's like, what loss do I get? There you go, there's our 4 of a kind. And you know what, we want to make it a magician. And sure, we'll use this as well. There's just something so fun about... I'm not like somebody who's like, I need to play modded so I can see the game go to like fucking 2.73 to the E666 to be able to like crash the game's number generation and be like, damn, that was like satisfying. I'm so glad I just fucking didn't even try, because I had 2 jokers that say, if your hand is currently picking boogers out of your nose, gain 50 times molt per second you're alive. But I kind of like playing in the constraints of a game that was well designed and not designed by the players. Strategies that they develop. Is that a hot take? That might have been a shot at the game I said I was going to stop mentioning, but... Maybe they shouldn't have fucking just... ruined the game. They didn't ruin the game, but they really did develop it. I've learned my lesson from just, like... playing video games that are designed by the fans that do not understand the video game they're playing, is I guess the way to put it. Not that the people making the metas and video game don't know the metas and the strategies and all this, but it's also like, does it really hurt? Holy shit, I'm actually gonna like tap out of my cards at this rate. But does it really hurt if I like playing Balatro in a way that uses planet cards and actually buys? Here's a good way to put how I like Balatro. As I like buying my packs. My packs are fun to buy. We do need like glass cards if we're gonna be able to even make it anywhere past this next one. And a Wheel of Fortune would be really cool. It actually did proc, which is pretty cool. So I have to like try to figure something out here. I guess we buy this voucher because it is one cheaper, and also two should give good value. I'm gonna reroll like one more time. An Emperor, Death, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it's gonna proc. Okay, it didn't. I guess we gotta play 10s, is where we're at. We might as well just play this, rather than discard it, so I at least get, like, maybe 1 million points out of it. Okay, we got 3 million. The next strat is... we need our 10s to be really good, so... Truth be told, that doesn't multiply my score that much, and I think both of them just broke. No, one of them did. So that's probably the end of this run, which is fine. It completed the thing I wanted it to do, which was beat Ante-8. This is kind of just icing on the cake. Still, the little numbers cool. I don't think I ever care about like hitting Nat Inf. Because it is actually the exact issue I have with the other deck building roguelike, is you need exactly this stuff or you don't get it. I think we win this run. Call me crazy? Let's look at our strat. All right, we don't have that many cards in our deck. We're holding the 7s, like we can do anything with them. So what you actually do is you get rid of everything here, and you get a... Do I have it? Hold on. Do I have a king? You play a straight. You play a straight. That actually might get 1 million. Okay, yeah. You play a straight. We go right down to the wire. We are beating this boss blind. I don't give a shit about anything other than the fact that you know we're beating this boss blind. That's really dumb. That's how well that went. Obviously, I could like strategize on like, hey, we could convert every card to a random single suit. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I might, because like 4 of a kind's our best hand. And we might need to play a bunch of 4 of a kinds. It did end up being a 3. And unfortunately for us, what do we have the most of on this list? We have more 7s, so I'm going to make a glass 7. I'm really... Oh. You're really tempting me with that one, I'm gonna be honest. I know it's like really bad, because again, we actually just did lower our max hand size. And now we're not going to benefit from any of our steals. But, I mean, look at that. We're just gonna let this cult of lamb guy get sacrificed to the altar. Let's see how much this scores. That didn't score that much. I think we lose. Alright, let's sell you. That actually gives you your card. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize that happened. I think we're just gonna, like, send it. It's a fun run, though. I did have a good time. I also just, like, didn't even have to play the game. But, I don't know, it's like... Is that how you're supposed to play Slay the Spire? I have 17 mana per turn and 42 strength generation per turn, and I have 10 cards in my hand at all times. Or I could have been restricted to 5 cards in my hand at all times and lose anyway. Yeah, it was Balatro. I'm gonna play more of this because it's kind of fun. And then I'll remember how humbling it is to get defeated constantly. But hey, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't, check the link in the description. I'll see you in the next one.